You may be a new shooter, a longtime gun owner, or even a police officer or soldier. No personal defense handgun is fully equipped without a Crimson Trace laser sight or light. Get the confidence and reliability you need to protect family, home, and country. Call 800-442-2406 or visit crimsontrace.com for a free copy of our new laser training video, The Laser's Edge. Crimson Trace.
Broadcasting nationwide, this is Tom Gresham's Gun Talk. Your views, advice, and questions are the driving force of Gun Talk. Call Tom now at 866-TALK-GUN. That's 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Or reach out to us via email at tom@guntalk.com. Let us know what you think about the gun-related issues of the day. Now, here's Tom Gresham.
Oh man, is this great or what? We still get to talk about guns and ammo and scopes and cool stuff and training. I mean, look, if you just landed on the show, you've missed the first couple of hours. Let me just tell you what you missed. We had Pete Brownell, we had Jeff Hoffman from Black Hills Ammo, Bud Feeney from Sig Sauer, Timothy Triggers, HLF Manufacturing, Buzz Mills from Gunsight, Tiger McKee Shoot Right Academy, FTW Ranch for long range shooting. We're talking about the guns and the training that you need to get the most out of them. A lot of stuff going on. So if you missed all of that, be sure to pick up the podcast and go to guntalk.com. You can find it that way. All right, now we're going to bring in somebody we've never had here before. First time on Gun Talk. It is a pleasure to bring in Nick Young. He's the founder of Desert Tech, formerly, I guess, Desert Tactical. Hey, Nick, I appreciate you spending some time with us today.
Hi, how you doing? It's good to be here.
Well, I am delighted to have you here. If you would, tell people about the company, kind of how it got started, what you guys do.
Okay, we started in 2007. I was always a real big avid shooter and really enjoyed shooting sports and competitions and had an idea to make precision rifles that were much more innovative and really superior to what was in the market at the time. Mm-hmm. And spent a couple of years gathering designs and capital to start our company. And so that's how we kick-started. And so our initial lines were really precision rifle oriented and, more tactical side, more sniper systems. And
right.
It's grown from there.
Now, are these on an AR-15 platform? Are they your own design? How do you get there?
It's our own design. I mean, it's mostly aluminum and polymer chassis. It allows you to change calibers. So we got 7 caliber options in our primary platform, the SRS, and you can, with the Allen wrench, you can change between 308 up to 338 Lapua within 60 seconds in the field.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And you also make suppressors?
We do. Yeah, we do. We have a line of titanium suppressors. Again, the bottom end of the range is 308 up to 338 Lapua, and our 338 suppressor is the lightest suppressor on the planet.
So, I'm looking at your website here. By the way, it's deserttacticalarms.com. Obviously designed for sniper, counter-sniper, probably a lot of military law enforcement, some competition I could see, but primarily, fair enough to say it's military law enforcement?
Yeah, it's more specific to military law enforcement. That would be a fair observation.
All right, so you got these great rifles. They're for long-range shooting or for sniper-type work, and you get a call. I mean, this is the story that's in the news right now. You get contacted from Pakistan, and they want to buy a whole bunch of these things. And, being a greedy, terrible gun company, you're eager to get the money, except that you turn them down, man. I mean, what went into the thinking with that?
Well, the biggest thing is, when we were initially approached with the opportunity, then, we thought, that, I mean, we've done business in the Middle East with other countries, and I've been to the Middle East to, Jordan and Saudi Arabia and UAE, and they're pretty stable regions, and they're I mean, your life, I mean, Jordan was a little bit scary, I got to tell you, but the other places was pretty stable place, and it didn't feel like that my life was in danger when I was there or anything like that. But,
okay.
And with the Pakistan issue, we have a lot of veterans that work for us, and they, that they're pretty much, they've said they've found, weapons in the hands of the insurgents that really shouldn't have ever been there. How they got there, nobody really knows. Nobody really wants to say. And, maybe somebody was killed and it was recovered, or maybe they were stolen. But however,
right.
they at the end of the day, they found it happen more often than I like to hear. And I know that the U.S. is really trying to support the efforts for Pakistan to get the situation resolved, and so I can understand that they're trying to have some relationship there to get that issue resolved as quickly as possible. But at the end of the day, we didn't want to see our guns in the hands of the insurgents killing Americans. I mean, it just was not something that we wanted on the head of our company,
Well, I understand. I mean, reportedly, this was a $15 million deal. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was supposed to be between 10 and 15. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and I mean, and the drill. How the general media always says, "Oh, these money-hungry gun companies, all they want to do is sell guns. They don't care about anything." And I'm thinking, you guys just don't even know who we are. They really don't, do they?
No, they don't. I mean, a lot of, most of my friends are, work for other gun companies, and, we go out all the time, and really, we're God-fearing, family-loving people that really just want to, stick to our moral compass and our religion, and really just be the people that God intended us to be.
Well, pretty simple. Desert Tech. Where are you guys located?
We're in West Valley City, Utah.
Okay, in the Salt Lake City area?
Yeah, just west of Salt Lake.
Okay, good deal. And the best way for people to get information is on the website, I guess. Is it deserttacticalarms.com?
Yeah, or deserttech.com. Both of them link to the same place. So we underwent a name change recently. So
okay, deserttech.com. Well, let me just send you a great big gun talk attaboy, Nick. I appreciate what you did. I appreciate what you're doing, and I enjoyed the chance to tell everybody all about it. I mean, that's a huge attaboy. You're going to be at SHOT Show, I guess. Yeah,
we'll be at SHOT Show next week, and it's been quite something going. I mean, we really didn't expect all this publicity. It was more just kind of an informal conversation that we were having with some of our customers to see if our concerns were valid. Is really what it was, and it really kind of reached out and touched a lot more people than we thought it would. So it's been a pretty interesting experience, to say the least.
Well, congratulations, and let me just send you my personal thanks. Well done.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thanks for your time.
All right, you take care. Yeah, Nick Young, deserttech.com. Now, that's a cool story. All right, got more coming up for you. We got holsters. We got a lawsuit. We're just kicking rear end and taking names in New Jersey, sending them packing. And a Cajun restaurant doing something for gun rights. Coming right up.
In the field or on the range, you need a trigger you can trust. For over 60 years, Timney triggers have been trusted by hunters and shooters everywhere. A Timney trigger could mean the difference between a great shot and a miss. Timney triggers are proudly made in the USA and come with a lifetime warranty. To order, go to timneytriggers.com. That's TIMNEY triggers.com.
Are you looking for a place to shoot? The National Shooting Sports Foundation has a great website called wheretoshoot.org. It's the largest database of shooting ranges on the internet. It's also a great resource for shooters where you can find video tips, printable targets, and a lot more. Find it online at wheretoshoot.org. And while you're there, download their free iPhone app. That's wheretoshoot.org.
If you carry a gun, you need training. Your concealed carry class was definitely not training. But time, money, and obligations keep you from spending days at a shooting school. The trusted folks at Gun Talk can help. Concealed Carry 1, our DVD featuring the Vada Group, covers what gun, what holster, how to carry, where to wear your gun, and much more. Visit shopguntalk.com. That's shopguntalk.com. Look, this really is life and death. Learn how to stay aware, how to get away, and how to fight if you must. At shopguntalk.com, you can get the 2 DVD set, including Fighting with the 1911 with Tiger McKee. No matter what gun you carry, this vital training info can save your life. Learn the draw, the stance, reloading, vital gear from Gun Talk. That's shopguntalk.com. shopguntalk.com.
The Ruger American Rimfire Rifle combines features of the Ruger American Rifle and innovations of the 1022 Rimfire Rifle to appeal to all bolt-action enthusiasts. It features a modular stock system that provides comb height options for scope or iron sight use, a power bedding integral bedding block system for outstanding accuracy, a Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger, and a 1022-style rotary magazine for reliable feeding. The Ruger American Rimfire Rifle, another rugged, reliable firearm from Ruger.
A famous radio consultant once said he'd be off the air in a year. Whoops! Defending your Second Amendment rights since 1995 on over 150 radio stations nationwide. You're listening to Gun Talk with Tom Gresham.
All right, talking about guns, ammo, optics, and training. And boy, you know, the hot area right now clearly is in concealed carry and personal carry, self-defense. Okay, I got to share a story with you. Just happened about 10 minutes ago. We're sitting there doing the show, and our producer says, "Is your chair squeaking?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, I'm hearing something through the microphone." "What is that?" I said, "I don't know." So I start moving around and went, "Oh, it's got kind of this fake vinyl or fake leather chair." And it was my polymer pistol, but rubbing against the chair. So at the moment we are pistolless, but it's within arm's reach. Let me assure you of that. It was just a kind of inside baseball story for you. You know, and the thing is, you can wear a pistol all the time if you have a good system, belt and holster. And that's what I want to talk about right now. We're going to bring in T. Miller. He is with Alien Gear Holsters. Hey, T, how you doing?
Doing great today, Tom.
Well, I mean, that kind of is really the key to everything. You're not going to carry your gun if it's not at least somewhat comfortable, correct?
That's right.
So what's the key to getting a comfortable rig? Because it's more than a holster, it's a whole thing, right?
Yeah, that's right. You know, the key is, we provide an inside the waistband concealed carry holster, and it's a hybrid. And what a hybrid is, it means that the leather part of the holster is against your skin or your T-shirt, and the outer plastic or Kydex shell is what is against your pants, and that holds the gun in. And so it provides a really comfortable fit and a real comfortable wear for concealed carry.
And you also have to have a belt. I mean, if you put on a little bit crummy belt that has no body to it, it's not going to hold your holster where it's supposed to be. Now, your holster can sag because it's really a system. You got to have a good holster and a good belt. And I'm looking at your website on your holsters, and you've got it's enough surface area. I don't know exactly what you call it, but I would call it surface area to where you're not going to get a hot spot against your body.
Yeah, that's right. You know, the holsters spread the weight out over your belt. We have a 2-clip system. A lot of holsters only have 1 clip, and so it'll really push down on your belt. It is important to have a good quality thick belt on as well, so that and it depends on the weight of your gun as well. But our holsters provide a nice even spread of the weight, so that it's a good fit and it doesn't make your pants sag as much.
Let me ask you, since you guys make all these holsters and you make them for all these different guns, are you seeing any trends? I mean, specifically, I'm thinking in terms of like people going to a little bit smaller models.
Well, we sell a lot of all of them, but we definitely have some top sellers. I think that, the Springfield XDS, 3.3 inch barrels are doing really well, and a lot of the Glocks are selling real well for us. But yeah, I mean, we see guys. Some of our top sellers are 1911s.
Huh.
So we definitely are seeing some of the larger weapons sold as well for our holsters because they're that comfortable, even for the larger handgun.
Well, I was just going to say, if you're carrying a 1911, particularly a steel 1911, you better have a good holster, or it simply is not going to be comfortable because you're carrying 2 pounds of steel around.
That's right.
No, oh, by the way, let me think. Can I talk about this? I guess I can. Yes, I can. Springfield will have a new XDS out. We just shot a video of it, and it is a 4-inch barrel XDS. So just kind of a heads up on that one. If you haven't heard about that one or not ready for it, get ready because that's going to be a hot topic coming out too. Talk about a great carry gun, that whole XDS system. So let me ask you, when you got a hybrid holster, and I'm looking, do you have like 2 different kinds of belt clips available?
We do. The standard holster comes with a great quality steel clip that's very strong and durable. But we also offer a leather belt loop that snaps and provides, some people have a preference for the leather, and they can be a little harder to put on, but they're real nice, and sometimes they look nice against the leather belt. But we do have 2 options available.
Now, are both of those tuckable?
They're both tuckable, yes, sir. Yeah, our holsters are fully tuckable with either type of clip or belt loop. You can wear an undershirt and tuck your overshirt down in under the clips and have a fully tuckable look. So you can wear your professional clothing or dress clothing with this holster.
And I think that's a thing that I want to make sure that people get what we're talking about. That is, you can tuck your shirt in around the pistol. You do not have to wear a vest or a jacket or any kind of cover garment. Just your shirt will take care of it. Just blouse your shirt out just a little bit so it doesn't stretch tightly against your gun. And the entire gun disappears because it's really quite amazing, but you do need to practice your draw, don't you?
That's right, yeah. Anytime you switch the way you're carrying your weapon, you're going to need to practice your draw thoroughly to make sure you're ready. If you've got your shirt tucked over your pistol, it's definitely going to be a different scenario than if you have it outside the waistband.
Yeah, and for that, you need, when you're practicing it, first of all, please do it with an unloaded gun, and then do it very slowly and work on, if you're right-handed, for instance, you would reach over with your left hand, pull your shirt up, get it really far away, and then come in with your right hand, pull the gun out, but make sure your left hand stays high and away so that you're not going to sweep your hand or point the muzzle of your gun at your left hand or arm. So it's a technique, and it's probably not a bad idea if you can get some instruction at it. Let me ask you a question, T. This is a holster, something you wear every day. It's going to take some wear and tear. Is there maintenance or care that people need to do on a holster?
There shouldn't be much you have to do with this holster. They wear in real quickly. You'll find that they're very comfortable even after a few days. But we do have a fully adjustable retention system on our holster. So you'll find with a lot of the hybrid holsters that are out there, they have steel. They just have grommets, or they have they're not. We have a fully adjustable system where you can tighten the retention or loosen the retention on the holster, and
right.
So some of the holsters out there, they'll loosen up over time, and once they're loose, you can't do much about it. But with ours, you can fully adjust it tighter or looser at any point in the life of the holster. We also send a whole baggie full of extra spacers and screws, so you can adjust it even closer to what you're looking for. Or if you lose any of those screws or spacers, you can replace them. So it's definitely something that doesn't take a lot of maintenance, but you can definitely adjust it over time, over the life of the holster.
I'm sitting here looking at your website, aliengearholsters.com, and I clicked on something that kind of knocked me out. You got a 30-day test drive, so you get your holster in. If you're not happy with it after a month, send it back. But you got something that I have not seen before. What the heck is free trades for life?
So because our holsters have that fully adjustable retention system, you can also swap out the outer shell if you switch your handgun. So if somebody decides to carry a different handgun, we'll trade out your plastic shell to match your new gun, and you can do that unlimited times as long as you own the Alien Gear holster.
That's crazy. I mean, okay, I buy a holster rather for 1911, and then I decide, well, I'm going to carry a Glock, or I want to try a Smith & Wesson M&P. All I have to do is swap that out, and you'll send me the Kydex part, swap it out, so now I've got a holster for my new gun?
That's right. Yeah, a lot of our customers will buy one holster, and then they'll buy a few extra shells as well, so they can just swap them out, whenever they want. But at any time, if you want to send one back and get a new one, we'll do that.
That's amazing. Huh. Well, and I guess you can do that because of the modular nature of it.
That's right.
So what's the warranty, the forever warranty? What's that all about?
So forever warranty, I mean, if any part of that holster ever breaks for any reason, including the clips, we'll repair or replace it for free at any time during the life of the holster. I
didn't hear any weasel words in there. Just flat out, if it breaks, you replace it.
Exactly. Yeah, no questions asked. That's right. We have a forever warranty and free shell trades for life. That's two parts of our guarantee.
And made in America, too.
That's right.
All right. So Alien Gear Holsters, website is aliengearholsters.com, and for folks that can check it out and see all the pictures and get all the info.
That's right. Yeah,
all right.
Come check us out.
All right, T, thank you so much. I appreciate you being with us, and good luck on it. I mean, it's a great-looking line of holsters.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate you having us on today.
Absolutely. You take care. I'm kind of a nut about holsters, okay? You probably have heard me talk about it. I am a real believer in having a good belt. In fact, I'm having to get some different gun belts. I think I mentioned on a week or two ago. I've been on this crazy diet, and it's been very effective. I've lost several sizes. So now my belts are all too large, which is it's kind of good news and bad news. The good news is the diet's working. The bad news is I got to get new pants and new belts. But you got to have a good belt, and you got to have a good holster. And once you put on your new holster, wear it. Don't just say, well, gee, I don't know if that fits. No. You got to wear it for days or maybe a week before it's going to mold to you, or you mold to it or something. And then you'll know how it works for you. It's all about getting it all together. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about a huge success in gun rights in the courts coming right up.
Tom Gresham's Gun Talk is broadcast nationwide every Sunday. If you can't hear Gun Talk where you live, call your local talk format station and clue them in on Gun Talk. Stay tuned. We're coming right back. Now broadcasting nationwide on radio, via satellite, and through downloads, iTunes, the Gun Talk app, and other podcast clients. You're listening to Gun Talk with Tom Gresham.
As you know, the fight for gun rights happens on a lot of different fronts. Obviously, the legislative front, whether it's in your state house or in Congress. It happens on the bureaucratic level where we fight back regulations from ATF and others. And a lot of it these days is happening in the courts, especially in the wake of the Miller decision and in the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court affirmed that the right to keep and bear arms is an individual right. It's a fundamental right. And now we're trying to flesh that out, what it means. And one of the guys who's been at the forefront of that joins us right now. Evan Nappen is an attorney, gun rights attorney in New Jersey. How you doing, Evan?
Hey, great, Tom. Good to hear from you. Love your show.
Well, you just had a couple of big successes there. Tell us what's been going on.
Oh, yeah. Well, we in New Jersey, there's a lot of, let's say, opportunity to challenge the laws because they are just so out of control. And we just had a major victory yesterday in which it was we won a case in the appeals court which found that towns cannot add anything to the form or requirements of the gun license application. In this particular case, Patterson, Passaic, exactly what they were doing. They were adding and requiring photographs and other information and all kinds of things outside of what's required in the statute. And our client on his own said he wasn't going to submit them. And he went and did the lower court hearing himself. And the court there said, look, one of the police testifying said, look, everybody else has done it. Why won't you? And an estimated over 1,000 people have, just given in to their illegal requirements. And he just said, I'm not going to do it. It's not legal. And the court denied him at that level. And then he came to us, and we brought an appeal, and he has complete victory. And the court, here's a guy, I got to give a lot of credit to Mr. Perez for standing up for his rights, and he made all the difference. And now this is a message to so many jurisdictions in New Jersey to quit adding things to the licensing requirements. And, you see this happening in many other states where there's a state licensing law, and you see localities adding their own conditions and requirements, even when there's specific law that says they're not supposed to do it. So even though this is a victory for New Jersey, it's informative to really anybody suffering from this issue. And if you're bringing your own challenge, cite to this case. Here it is right in New Jersey. And New Jersey is not exactly thought of as pro-gun. And what's very interesting is the same judge who wrote this opinion, very critical of the town and basically slamming them for what they did, is the same judge who wrote a bad opinion that just came out called Wheeler, where denying carry licenses to former arson law enforcement.
Evan, one of the things that occurs to me is that we created on Gun Talk a policy I call the no shrug policy, where no longer are we just going to say, well, that's just the way it is, or everybody puts up with it, or I'm just going to go along with it. We're just going to stand up and say, no, this far and no further. And I just want to congratulate your client for being, and they say, well, look, thousands of people have done this. What's the big deal? That's not a reason enough. Somebody probably have been better than earlier on.
You're right. He should receive the Gresham No Shrug Award for the month.
No
because
kidding.
He stood his ground and fought it. Absolutely.
And
how many folks just say, well, I'll do what they want so I can get it, and just bend over for them, Bohica, and that's that. But not this guy, and we were proud to represent him and win. And, you talked about the Heller decision and the McDonald decision, the two Supreme Court decisions, very important, where Heller found the individual right to keep and bear arms under the Second Amendment, which we all knew was the case, but it finally got the Supreme Court to say it. And McDonald, which is arguably maybe even more important, at least if you're from New Jersey, because McDonald applied it, what we call incorporated
to the
Second Amendment in the federal Constitution to the states. And up until the McDonald case, the controlling law in New Jersey said that the Second Amendment did not apply to the state of New Jersey. And that was the actual law in New Jersey. The Second Amendment did not apply there.
By the way, I think I misspoke in the intro. Obviously, I think I said Miller. Obviously, it was a Heller case.
The Miller case was the original Second Amendment case from the 30s that didn't really help us much one way or another. It was kind of a bizarre ruling holding up the National Firearms Act and declaring that, militia-type weapons are protected, and there wasn't even a defense presented in Miller. There wasn't even a pro-gun side presented. The whole case was Miller is history, and it's in the trash bin. And
now, what
today,
was the other case?
What counts is Heller, McDonald, and the case law that's emerging, and it's very exciting because we see it emerging. Like just recently in Chicago and Illinois, you're seeing laws overturned there. And you're seeing progress in many different areas, and the whole area of law. It's very exciting being a firearm law attorney because there's so many developments.
You just had another case there, another success, I think. Did you not?
Well, there's another. There's a number of them, but this one maybe you're thinking of is called Pantano. That case is the first time in 45 years that the New Jersey Supreme Court is actually going to address the Second Amendment to New Jersey gun law. And it's been accepted, and I'll be arguing. We're waiting for scheduling, and it has to do with New Jersey's carry licenses. Is the requirement of justifiable need a violation of the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms? And what we're seeing is splits in different jurisdictions saying that the Heller Court only found the right to bear arms applies in your home, but it's not about carrying outside your home.
Right.
Now, my argument to that is pretty simple. I don't think the Patriots in the Revolution fired the shot heard round the world from their bedroom window. Okay? They were there carrying the gun to the scene.
There you go. Hey, Evan, keep us posted on how the progress comes on that case, okay?
I will. Thank you.
All righty. Listen, thank you, and well done. And a big, that's right, No Shrug Award of the Month to your client. Very well done. All righty. Tell you what, we'll be right back with more information. Talk about somebody else who stood up, had the no shrug policy. We're going to feature him when we come back.
From day's first light till night's last glimmer, your satisfaction is our responsibility. On the range or in the field of duty, you can rely on Brownell's lifetime guaranteed gun parts, tools, and supplies. Anytime, any place. It's how we've done business since 1939. Brownell's.
The .45 Auto, also known as the 1911, is the standard other defensive pistols are measured against. No matter what pistol you carry, techniques developed around the 1911 are vital. You know you need training, and you know your concealed carry class definitely was not training. Now Gun Talk presents an exciting DVD, Fighting with the 1911 with Tiger McKee. Tiger's unique training style will have you drawing, moving, shooting, and running your gun better, no matter what style pistol you prefer. At ShopGunTalk.com, you can order our DVDs of Tiger's instruction. ShopGunTalk.com also has a 2-DVD set, including Concealed Carry 1. Get both for the information you know you need. This really is life and death. ShopGunTalk.com has DVDs, books, and other essential gear. ShopGunTalk.com. That's ShopGunTalk.com.
Home invasions happen anytime, day or night. Do you have a firearm close by? You can. And still keep it secure with one of the great wall safes from Console Vault. Plate steel construction, 2 levels of security, and models which hide in plain sight. Install 2 or 3 around the house. Always nearby, but secure. Locked, but quick to open. Visit consolevault.com. That's CONSOLE vault.com.
The XDM 3.8 Compact from Springfield Armory is 2 guns in 1. Use as your concealed carry gun with a compact magazine and use the extended magazine for home defense. Carry 13 rounds of 9mm in the compact magazine and a whopping 19 rounds in the extended magazine. To see the entire family of Springfield Armory XDM pistols, go to SpringfieldArmory.com. That's SpringfieldArmory.com.
What do LaserMax customers say about LaserMax lasers?
I'm alive because of your company. I was robbed at gunpoint. 2 of my 3 shots hit their intended target, and I was able to remove the threat. I made it home to my wife, alive.
For shooting accuracy and training, it's a life-saving tool critical to any firearm.
I trust your products with my life. Thank you.
To learn more about LaserMax, go to lasermax.com. That's LaserMax.com. LaserMax.
Gun Talk encourages you to support the local sporting goods store, gun stores, ATV dealers, and other local businesses in your area who advertise on this station and Gun Talk. Only together can we protect our rights. You're listening to Tom Gresham's Gun Talk.
All right, just a heads up, next week we'll be doing the SHOT Show, if you will. Gun Talk coming from the floor of the SHOT Show with all the news of what's new, all the products, guns, ammo, everything else will be there. So you don't want to miss that one. We're talking about people who stand up. We were just talking about the Gun Talk policy that we have here. We call it the no shrug policy. It's part of our truth squad. We say that a lie left unchallenged becomes the truth. And sometimes you just have to stand up and say, no more. I'm not going to shrug anymore. I'm not going to just say, well, that's just the way it is. I can't do anything about it. I'm the only one person. No shrugging. We stand up, we speak up, we do something about it. But somebody who's done exactly that joins us right now, Bryan Crosswhite. He's with the Cajun Experience, a restaurant in Leesburg, Virginia. Bryan, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you, Tom. I appreciate being on your show.
Oh, absolutely. Now, for those who don't know, Leesburg is just outside the immediate D.C. area out in Loudoun County, right?
That's correct, out in Loudoun County.
Okay, I used to live in Lovettsville, which is just up the road from you there. I was there for several years while I was working in D.C.
So I've been to Lovettsville many times. Very nice place, and we're just excited to be out here.
Now, are you originally from Louisiana? Is that how the Cajun restaurant idea got there?
Absolutely. I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana, a Cajun boy. My mom and my family are all still down in Opelousas area.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I'm in Covington, so I know right where you're talking about.
Okay.
So you somehow got this idea. Well, tell me how you got the idea of having a discount for open carry.
Well, the open carry thing is just, we were sitting around one day in a restaurant talking to some patrons, and they're a local restaurant, and I guess can I mention the name?
Sure.
It's a chain restaurant in the local area called Buffalo Wild Wings. And it basically kicked 2 police officers out because they had their sidearm on, and they had a sign that said no guns are allowed. When this came up, a few patrons and I would start talking about it, and we're like, this is a shame. We support the local police officers, and we support the right to bear arms, and we're big Second Amendment advocates in our community. Why not do something to encourage people and have the story be told from a business perspective that we can support those who support the Second Amendment, and you can come into the business and not feel threatened that you're going to get kicked out. So we say, hey, let's do Wednesdays. You come in exercising your right. You can even open carry, or if you can conceal carry, you show us your concealed carry permit, and we'll give you 10% off on your total ticket. And that it went viral. It just went, and we've been doing it for almost a year now. Things have really picked up. We've got a lot of coverage, people talking about it, coming out to our restaurants. So it's been a very good show of support from our local community.
It's bizarre when you have a restaurant or a chain like Buffalo Wild Wings, and you're right. They have no gun signs on all of their restaurants around the country, which means that I will never be eating at one of them. For me, it's way too dangerous to take my family into a place that labels itself as everybody in here is defenseless. It's a free fire zone for criminals. So they're not going to get my business, but they put these signs up. So you kind of had an idea, I guess it spins off of your experience with the restaurant there, because you got so much support of, hey, how about having a sign that says we support the Second Amendment?
Absolutely. So we were sitting around, again, just talking about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. We're launching this new restaurant in Winchester, Virginia, and we were in a hotel there, and me and my partner were talking, and she said, we get questions all the time about other businesses that support the Second Amendment. What if we came up with an organization that just captured all of the businesses around the United States? And we actually thought it was just going to be Virginia. So we said, well, this thing's going to start out slow. But we said, let's start an organization. So we went online and started looking for domains on the web, and we found twoamendment.org and 2AO.org. And so we just snagged those and said, look, this makes sense. Let's tell people and business owners, if you want to support the Second Amendment, doesn't mean you have, it gives you a right to have people come in and open carry, because some of those laws, vary from state to state. It's just a sticker that says, hey, I support the Second Amendment. We said, let's make a sticker that doesn't have a gun on it. Let's just say 2AO. And that just started the organization. We started the process for the 501c3. And it was like amazing. The next day we get a call from the Washington Times.
Hey, Bryan, hold on to that thought for just a second. I got to take a quick break because I want to get what happened when the media gets a hold of this idea. And I know a lot of us would love to walk into a place and see a sticker that says, hey, we support the Second Amendment. I would feel comfortable there. We'll give that detail when we come back. Talk with Bryan Crosswhite from the Cajun Experience.
Join the NRA via Tom Gresham's Gun Talk website and receive $10 off the regular membership price. Log on to guntalk.com for details. You're listening to Tom Gresham's Gun Talk.
We're talking about just standing up. Sometimes you just have to stand up and say, this far and no further. I'm not going to let this stand anymore. Bryan Crosswhite, he's the owner of the Cajun Experience, a restaurant in Leesburg, Virginia, offers a discount for people who open carry or conceal carry to show your concealed carry permit. And then, Bryan, you came up with this idea of helping other businesses identify that they are pro-Second Amendment as opposed to putting the no gun signs up. And you call it, I guess the website is the numeral 2 amendment.org.
That's correct.
Okay, so what happens here? How does a business get involved? Somebody says, I like the idea, I want to put the stickers up. What's involved with this whole thing?
So what happens is you go to our website, there's a register button on the website. You can go and register as an individual or as a business owner. And we're doing individuals as well because we have so much response. We've had thousands now across the country registering, or pretty much every state. There's been businesses registered. Walmart is registered. We have police stations who are actually registering. It's been overwhelming. So you just register. It's for free registration. We do accept donations since we are a 501c3. So you can donate to the cause if you like. You basically register. We mail you out for free the 2AO 2014 decal. And we're going to send you a decal every year. You don't have to re-register. We'll automatically resend you that. And so we'll resend those out, and individuals will be getting the same stickers as well, but they won't be getting them yearly. You can just get those regular decals for your vehicles, for your trucks, however. And this is going to be an effort. We're actually in the process of building an application that's on iPhone and Android that you will be able to press this button on your phone, and it will show you in the circumference of your iPhone or your Android businesses in your central location that is 2AO members. And so keep that support the Second Amendment.
Man, that sounds fabulous. So I guess people just need to stay tuned, keep watching the progress on the website, right?
Absolutely. We have a Facebook and we have Twitter. We have the links on our website at 2amendment.org. It's just amazing what the people are now calling us. We have people donating decals to us. We have 5 people already on our team here in Washington, D.C. We're going to stand up for those business owners who want to stand up for the cause of the Second Amendment. People also labeled us as the NRA for small businesses. That's what we are, and we're actually having meetings with the NRA right after the SHOT Show, so we'll be down at the SHOT Show as well next week.
Okay. Sounds good. Hey, Bryan, listen, I am out of time. I just want to say congratulations, attaboy, a huge Gun Talk attaboy for what you're doing. And would you keep us posted on the progress?
Absolutely, Tommy. Feel free. Y'all reach out to us. If anyone wants to assist us in our organization, we ask you just get in touch with us via our website. And we're looking forward to growing this and making a difference in our country.
Sounds great. Listen, well done, well done. All right, for those, if you want to go take a look at it, the website is the numeral 2amendment.org. We'll get you in there. All right, here's the dealio. It's a new year. It's time for you to take a hard look at yourself. Now, I'm not talking about your diet. That's a whole different deal. I'm talking about your firearms handling, your training. If you can't get to a gun site or a Thunder Ranch or a Shoot Right, you can at least get DVDs and learn about it. Go to our website, shopguntalk.com. We've got great DVD instruction there. Make a commitment to be safer, to be methodical about your firearms handling, to speak up when you see something that's wrong, to be a part of the No Shrug team. We call it the Truth Squad. Go to our guntalk.com website and sign up for the Truth Squad. Make a difference. So when people say, what do you do for the Second Amendment? You'll have an answer. Because you don't want to shrug and say, well, gee, I don't know. Make a commitment, make a difference, okay? And you'll be happier. And you know what? You can be effective doing it. Let's get this done.